Gervonta "Tank" Davis is officially set to make his long-awaited return to the ring on March 1st, 2025, in a high-stakes showdown against Lamont Roach at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. The bout marks an intriguing All-American clash, as both fighters bring their own unique skills and history into the ring. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor, like this video and subscribe. 98% of you watch without subscribing, and it helps a ton. Done. Awesome. Now let's get into it. For Davis, this is more than just another fight. It's a chance to reassert his dominance in the lightweight division after months of speculation about his future.
Yeah!
Meanwhile, Roach, primarily known for his success in the super featherweight division, is making a bold move up in weight, hoping to pull off the biggest upset of his career. With Davis's explosive power and Roach's technical prowess, fans are expecting an intense battle between two fighters, with everything to prove. But what makes this fight even more compelling is the lingering uncertainty surrounding Tank's career trajectory. In recent months, Davis has dropped several hints about the possibility of retiring in 2025, leaving fans and analysts stunned. At just 30 years old, Davis is at the peak of his physical prime, and the idea of him walking away from the sport so soon seems almost unthinkable.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight.
You're out of it?
Yeah.
Given the big money fights still on the table, including potential blockbuster matchups against Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, or even a rematch with Ryan Garcia, many wonder whether Davis is serious about calling it quits. Some believe his retirement talk is a strategic move to increase interest in his fights, while others speculate that personal motivations, such as family, health, or legal issues, could be playing a role.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
If this is indeed the beginning of Davis's farewell tour, the stakes for his upcoming fights will be even higher. He won't just be fighting to win, he'll be fighting to secure his legacy. Despite his confidence and brash personality, Davis recently revealed that his greatest fear isn't losing. It's the public humiliation that comes with defeat. In a candid moment, Tank admitted that he dreads the thought of becoming a viral meme, much like what happened to Frank Martin, who suffered a brutal knockout loss that instantly turned him into an internet joke. In today's digital age, a single bad moment in the ring can haunt a fighter forever, and Davis is determined not to let that happen to him.
It actually feel like a home run, like when someone hit the bat and it just right on the target and it go far. It's just like that. So that's how I feel when you actually hit somebody on the button and you know that.
This fear has become a major driving force behind his training, pushing him to go even harder in camp. Sources close to Davis say he's been more focused than ever, cutting out distractions and fine-tuning every aspect of his game to ensure he delivers a dominant performance against Roach. With his future uncertain and the pressure to maintain his undefeated record higher than ever, March 1st could be one of the most important nights of Gervonta Davis's career. Will he continue his reign as one of boxing's biggest superstars, or will his fear of embarrassment become a self-fulfilling prophecy? One thing's for sure, all eyes will be on Brooklyn when Tank makes his return. With fight night approaching, Gervonta "Tank" Davis has taken his training to another level, showing a level of intensity that surpasses even his preparation for Frank Martin. Insiders at his camp describe an atmosphere of pure focus. No distractions, no excuses, just relentless work. Unlike past camps, where Davis occasionally found himself battling outside the ring controversies, this time he appears completely locked in. Sparring partners have been handpicked to simulate Roach's style, emphasizing movement, defensive sharpness, and endurance. Davis's famous power is still his biggest weapon, but his team is also focusing on refining his footwork, head movement, and counterpunching ability to ensure he dominates every aspect of the fight. Adding to the hype, Showtime's Gloves Off series has given fans an unprecedented look inside both fighters' training camps and mental preparation. The documentary-style series doesn't just highlight their physical routines. It captures their mindsets, personal stakes, and raw emotions heading into this high-stakes showdown. The narration, combined with powerful training footage, paints a clear picture of the contrast between Davis and Roach. One, a knockout artist with everything to lose. The other, a hungry underdog looking for his career-defining moment. As the episodes unfold, we see Davis sharpening his tools with ruthless precision, while Roach embraces the challenge with quiet confidence. But beyond the workouts and interviews, there's an undeniable tension brewing. The Davis versus Roach rivalry isn't just about two fighters. It's about two different paths, two different mentalities, and the hunger to cement their legacies. Despite his superstar status today, Davis's journey wasn't always filled with the glitz and glamour of championship belts and sold-out arenas. His longtime trainer, Barry Hunter, recently shared a memory that highlights just how deep Tank's hunger for greatness runs. Years ago, as a young and unknown fighter, Davis attended an Adrian Broner fight. Sitting in the crowd, watching the bright lights, the roaring fans, and the spectacle of it all, Davis broke down in tears. It wasn't sadness, it was frustration. He wanted that moment for himself. He wanted the world to see him on that stage, under those lights, in the main event. That fire never left him. Now, with an undefeated record of 30-0, 28 KOs, he has built a career filled with highlight reel knockouts and star-studded fights. Yet, despite his dominance, critics still question whether he's taken the toughest challenges. Some argue that he's been too selective with opponents, carefully navigating his way through the sport rather than taking the biggest risks. But Davis doesn't see it that way. His response is simple. Look at my record. The numbers speak for themselves. An almost perfect knockout ratio, victories over elite fighters, and a reputation as one of boxing's most dangerous punchers.
See some speed.
Oh, good rim, good rim. I like the way y'all jump right back in it.
Hey, yo, with him.
As March 1st approaches, Davis isn't just fighting Lamont Roach. He's fighting against doubt, against critics, and against the fear of falling short of the greatness he's chased since that night at Broner's fight. The question remains, will this be another chapter in Tank's reign of dominance, or will Roach shake up the boxing world with an upset? Brooklyn awaits. The world is watching, and Tank Davis is ready to prove why he's still one of the most electrifying fighters in the sport.
Coming from. They coming.
Let's check it out, Gervonta.
Lamont Roach. This isn't just another fight. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. A victory over Gervonta Tank Davis wouldn't just earn him a world title. It would catapult him into boxing superstardom, transforming his career overnight. The stakes couldn't be higher, and Roach knows it. While many fighters have wilted under Davis's relentless pressure, Roach and his team believe they have the perfect game plan to neutralize the knockout artist. His strategy revolves around three key elements. Roach isn't just preparing for the fight physically. He's focused on getting inside Davis's head. He believes that if he can frustrate Davis, force him into mistakes, and take him into deep waters, he can break the champion's confidence and discipline. Tank is used to guys folding. Roach said in a recent interview, he hasn't been in a real war where someone refuses to back down. That's what I plan to bring. Davis is one of the most explosive finishers in boxing, but he's also patient, often luring opponents into his power shots. Roach and his team are drilling movement, feints, and angles to avoid falling into Tank setups.
Man, I'm super excited, man. You know, to be at this stage, man, and competing and an opportunity to win our second world title, man, against people that consider one of the best in the boxing, so I'm prove we one of the best in boxing. So more than happy, man.
Roach knows that one mistake, one lapse in concentration, could end the fight in an instant. Tank's power is real, Roach's father and trainer, Lamont Roach Sr., admitted, but power doesn't matter if you can't land clean. Unlike Davis's past opponents, Roach isn't coming in just to survive. His plan isn't to run or just avoid damage. It's to capitalize on Davis's aggression. His camp is focused on sharp counterpunching, making Davis pay whenever he lunges in or overcommits. Roach believes that if he can weather the early storm and drag Davis into the later rounds, his own endurance and boxing IQ will turn the tide. The longer the fight goes, the more it favors me, he said. If I can take away his power, I can beat him with an underdog mentality and a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah. I coach. I was the 2012 head coach for the national goals team. Tank was there, and I coached Tank to his national championship, man, in 2012. None of his personal coaches was there, couldn't make it at the time.
Roach is preparing for the fight of his life. He knows the odds are stacked against him, but he welcomes the challenge. For him, this isn't just about winning a fight. It's about changing his destiny. In a bizarre turn of events, the boxing world was thrown into chaos on Christmas Eve when Davis suddenly announced that his fight with Roach was canceled. Fans, analysts, and even insiders were left scrambling for answers. No official reason was given, and speculation ran wild. Was it an issue with the contract, a problem in Davis's camp, or just another example of his unpredictable nature? Within hours, Roach and his father took to social media to calm the storm, assuring fans that the fight was still happening as planned. We're locked in, Roach Sr. said. March 1st, don't believe the noise. Davis, known for his mercurial personality and unpredictable behavior, has pulled similar stunts in the past, teasing fight cancellations, throwing fans into a frenzy, only to proceed as if nothing happened. Whether this was a genuine dispute or just a mind game, it kept everyone, including Roach, on edge. This kind of unpredictability is part of the Tank Davis experience. His fights are never just about what happens in the ring. They're full of drama, chaos, and mind games that keep opponents guessing. For Roach, though, the message is clear. Ignore the distractions, stay focused, and be ready for anything on fight night. One of the most intriguing details surrounding this fight is the rematch clause. If Lamont Roach somehow pulls off the upset, Gervonta Tank Davis will have the contractual right to demand an immediate rematch. This could mean fans get a second, even more intense showdown between the two fighters later in 2025. For Davis, having this clause in place is a strategic move, a safety net in case things don't go according to plan. He's aware that in boxing, anything can happen, and the last thing he wants is to lose his undefeated record without an opportunity to avenge it. On the other hand, Roach sees this clause as a sign of doubt from Davis's camp. If you're as confident as you say, why do you need a rematch clause? Roach questioned in an interview, I'm going in there to win and to move forward, not to run it back. But even with a potential rematch looming, Davis has already hinted at future plans beyond Roach. He has expressed interest in moving up to 140 pounds, targeting Rhea Roach, Lamont's younger brother, who is also a rising talent in the boxing scene. While some fans see this as a joke, others wonder if Davis is trying to create a storyline that could lead to an even bigger family rivalry down the line. Aside from that, Davis has also flirted with the idea of fighting at 140 and even 147 pounds, calling out names like Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, and even Terrence Crawford. But with his rumored 2025 retirement, the question remains, will Tank actually take these fights, or is this just another one of his mind games? This DC versus Baltimore showdown isn't just another fight, it's a battle of styles, mental strength, and legacy. Both fighters bring unique mindsets and motivations to the ring, making this one of the most intriguing matchups in recent years. Davis remains an enigma, a fighter with devastating power and elite skills, but an unpredictable nature that keeps fans and opponents guessing. His fear of embarrassment, his desire to leave the sport on top, and his mind games outside the ring make this fight more than just a physical battle. Roach, on the other hand, is locked in, calm, determined, and seeing this as his one shot at greatness. He isn't intimidated by Davis's aura or power. Instead, he's embracing the challenge, ready to shock the world. The stakes couldn't be higher. If Davis dominates, his legacy remains intact, and he moves on to bigger fights. If Roach pulls off the upset, boxing's landscape could change overnight. Either way, this fight is about more than just a win or loss. It's about proving who truly belongs at the top. And with all the drama, mind games, and high stakes leading up to fight night, one thing is certain: this will be a fight that fans won't forget. Okay guys, for the best updates on boxing news, moments, events, and actions, subscribe to Knockout Updates and turn on notifications to never miss out on quality content, and check out our other videos. Until next time, peace out.